If you want to change so badly, then why do you keep slipping back?
That question hits hard.
Because it's personal. You want to be healthier, wealthier, more disciplined, so you try. You go to the gym, you save a little money, you promise yourself you'll wake up earlier. You tell yourself, this time I'll stay consistent.
For a few days, maybe even a few weeks, you actually do.
Then life happens. Your energy drops, your routine breaks, you miss one day, then another, and suddenly you're back where you started.
That's the frustrating part. It's not that you don't care. It's not that you don't want change. Somehow, it never seems to stick.
That's what Atomic Habits is about. This book explains why bad habits feel effortless, why good habits feel hard to maintain, why you often quit right before progress appears, why goals alone don't create lasting change, and why identity is the real foundation of transformation.
This isn't just about habits, is it?
No, it's about becoming the kind of person who no longer has to fight the same battle every week.
Let's get into it.
Imagine this. It's your 30th birthday. There's a cake in front of you, people are smiling, someone is recording a video. Everything seems fine.
But inside, something feels off.
In that moment, you remember the version of yourself you imagined years ago, the version you thought you'd be by now.
Healthier, stronger, more disciplined.
Maybe speaking another language, maybe writing a book, maybe finally in control of your time, your body, your money.
You're not completely unhappy, just not where you thought you'd be.
The hardest part is this. It's not like you never tried. You did try. You went to the gym, you tried eating better, you opened that blank page and told yourself you'd finally write. You downloaded the language app. You said, this time I'll be consistent.
In the beginning, you showed up.
You did. But then nothing seemed to happen. Your body didn't change much. The scale barely moved. The page stayed empty. The language still felt difficult. After a while, a quiet thought appears.
If this was really working, I should see something by now.
That thought is where most people begin to lose motivation, not because they're lazy, not because they lack discipline. Progress stayed invisible for too long.
They quit right before the change was about to become visible.
Then they repeat the cycle. New week, new goal, new motivation, same outcome.
What are they missing?
They're expecting effort and results to rise together. Habits don't work like that. Bad habits reward you now and punish you later. Good habits cost you now and reward you later.
The real problem is the delay.
Yes, when the moment of choice arrives, your future self is not the one making the decision. Your present self is. Your present self wants comfort, ease, relief right now.
Which is why fast food feels easier than cooking. Scrolling feels easier than studying. Sleeping in feels easier than waking up early.
The battle is not just about what's right, it's about what feels rewarding in the moment. This brings us to one of the most important ideas in the book, the psychological wall that makes people give up.
The part where change feels invisible?
Yes, James Clear calls it the plateau of latent potential.
That sounds technical. What does it actually mean?
It means your efforts are working long before your results become visible. Because you can't see the progress yet, you assume nothing is happening.
Then you stop.
And think about what people expect. They expect progress to look like a straight line. Effort goes in, results come out. Simple.
Real life doesn't work like that.
Not at all. Real progress often looks flat for a long time. You train consistently, you eat a little better, you sleep a little more. The mirror looks the same, the scale barely changes, your energy doesn't feel dramatically different.
Then the thought comes back. At this point, I should be seeing something.
But under the surface, a lot is happening. Your body is adapting, your brain is adjusting, your nervous system is learning, your metabolism is responding, your identity is slowly being reshaped. The work is not wasted, it's stored.
That's powerful.
Here's the image James Clear uses. Imagine an ice cube in a cold room at -15. You slowly warm the room. -14, -10, -5, -1. Still no change. The cube looks exactly the same.
It seems like nothing is working.
Then the room reaches 0 and suddenly the ice begins to melt.
The final degree didn't create the whole result. It revealed all the hidden work that came before it.
Most people quit at -1. That's the tragedy. They walk away when they were one step away from visible change.
The lesson is that progress is often delayed, not absent.
Once you understand that, your question changes. Instead of asking, "Am I seeing results yet?" you begin asking, "Am I moving in the right direction?"
That question changes everything.
Because now you're not obsessing over immediate proof, you're paying attention to direction. James Clear makes a very important distinction here. Goals describe a destination. Habits determine direction.
I can say I want to be healthy, but if my habits move me towards junk food, poor sleep, no movement, my real direction is unhealthy.
You can want financial freedom while your habits move you towards impulse spending. You can want deep knowledge while your habits move you towards endless distraction.
Your habits reveal your true direction more than your goals do.
Every time. What you see in your life today is not only the result of what you did today, it is the result of what you've been repeating.
Your health reflects your habits. Your money reflects your habits. Your knowledge reflects your habits.
Your environment, your energy, even your confidence, all of it reflects patterns that have been repeated long enough to become normal.
The question is not how successful do I feel today? The real question is where are my habits taking me?
Because direction compounds. A small action doesn't look impressive today. Neither does the next one or the one after that. Repeated daily, those actions don't just add up, they multiply.
That's the 1% rule, right?
Yes. James Clear explains that if you get just 1% better each day for a year, you don't end up slightly better, you end up massively improved. If you get 1% worse each day,
Small decline becomes serious damage. That's why small choices matter so much. Tiny wins stay tiny for a while. Tiny mistakes do too.
time magnifies whatever direction you feed it.
Time is not neutral. It multiplies patterns.
This is why goals alone often fail to create change. That sounds strange because most people think goals are the answer.
Goals are useful for setting direction. They are weak when it comes to sustaining change. The problem is that goals create a very fragile system.
How so? Because goals usually have only two endings. You either succeed or you fail.
Both can create problems.
If you fail, you feel discouraged. If you succeed, the pressure disappears. Then the old habits return.
Someone loses weight, reaches the target, relaxes, then slowly returns to the old lifestyle.
Or someone writes the book, runs the race, reaches the milestone, then feels empty because the system that created the result was never truly built.
The goal gave them a finish line, but not a new identity.
That's it. James Clear says behavior change happens in layers. First, there are outcomes. That's what you want to achieve. Second, there are processes. These are the systems and habits you repeat daily. Third, there is identity. This is who you believe you are.
Most people start from the outside. They chase outcomes and hope identity changes later.
Lasting change works from the inside out. Identity comes first.
If I say I want to read one book a week, that's an outcome. If I say I am a reader, that's identity.
One is something you want to do, the other is someone you believe you are.
That difference changes everything.
When behavior is connected to identity, it stops feeling optional. Readers read, writers write, runners run. Organized people organize. Disciplined people follow through.
Instead of asking, should I do this today, you start acting in line with who you believe to be.
Every repetition becomes a vote for that identity.
That line is powerful.
It's one of the most powerful ideas in the book. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become.
Lasting change doesn't begin with what do I want? It begins with who do I want to become?
That's the real shift. Here's where it gets practical. If habits are how identity gets built, then how do habits themselves get built? Understanding this theory is one thing, changing daily behavior is another. James Clear breaks habit formation into a simple loop. First, there's a cue. Something triggers your attention. Then comes a craving, a desire to change how you feel. Then a response, the action you take. Finally, a reward, the result that reinforces the loop.
Cue, craving, response, reward.
He gives 4 laws for changing habits. If you want to build a good habit, make it obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying.
Let's break those down one by one.
First, make it obvious.
Habits don't begin with motivation, they begin with a cue.
Most people think they lack discipline, but often they simply haven't designed their environment well. Your environment quietly shapes your behavior.
What's visible becomes more likely.
If you want to read more, leave the book where you can see it. If you want to take vitamins, put them next to your toothbrush. If you want to exercise, prepare your clothes